A very happy new year to our ladies and of course the gentlemen who also watch Ladies Talk Tech. This is how we bring you up to speed with the program that explores how women are shaping the future at the intersection of power, profits and purpose. You know, we talk about technology, we talk about science and all the things that women are doing to just ensure that Africa is a better place. Today's conversation is about leadership for public good, how women are building influence, driving economic growth, and using technology and innovation to create real impact in their communities. I'm excited to be joined by a woman who embodies all of this. But before you meet her, let's go on a quick break.
Quantum computing. Quantum computing is still in its infancy, but has the potential to revolutionize industries that require massive computational power. Unlike traditional computers, quantum computers use quantum bits, or qubits, which can process a vast number of possibilities simultaneously. This makes quantum computing particularly valuable for solving complex problems in drug discovery, cryptography, and optimization. However, the technology is still experimental.
Welcome back. Like I said before that break, I'm joined by a woman who embodies all of this and more. She's a leader whose work spans business, politics, advocacy, and community development. She is an entrepreneur, gender advocate, and political leader. She is the CEO of Ovet Limited, a former director of business development at AMAC Investments and Property Development. She is also the founder of Young Ladies in Politics and the Lovett Initiative for Empowerment. That's life. With experience across business, banking, and public service, she is passionate about empowering women and driving community impact. Drum rolls, please, for my guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the beautiful ambassador and honorable Izeka with me.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Before I even say anything, you look dazzling, by the way.
Thank
Is
you
this the
very much.
new year look, or this is just how the ambassador looks all the time?
No, I wouldn't say all the time.
Okay.
Probably just one of
One
those
of-
days.
Oh, you look
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right. So, how have you been so far?
We've been
How's the year
great.
starting off?
We've been grateful to God because if we're not alive today, I don't think we'll be here or discussing anything. So we are grateful to God for the opportunity to continue life and to create more impacts and do more things.
And do more things. That's the thing. So today we'll be looking at power, profit, and purpose, leadership for public good. So who else can tell us more, if not the beautiful woman seated right beside me? And my first question to you is, in today's world, especially in the digital space, we see that power is no longer just political, it is also technological. So how can women leaders ethically use digital platforms and influence to drive public good?
As a woman, because I recently had an event where we discussed the 16 days activism
Yeah.
against gender-based violence, where we discussed about the challenges of social media and also the advantage as well of social media. Because, all around the world, of course, we're grateful for what women, our mothers, have achieved so far, fighting for women, empowering us. We're grateful for that because I've seen some of the things they've passed through, and I'm so grateful to God. It wasn't my time. I wasn't there.
I can imagine.
And but though there's still more to be done, and I think the digital space gives us the platform in order for us to advocate more for ourselves, in order for us to there's a freedom in that digital space. You can be in your corner, you can be in your space, whereby you discuss what you want to discuss. You add a voice to the many voices on a particular cause or advocating for more things for women. And a few days ago, I saw where a lady was doing gymnastic. I don't know if that's what they call it, the backflip thing. Okay. In Saudi Arabia. And they don't allow that. So it was captioned another way to express for women to express themselves, for freedom, to fight for freedom and all that. Okay, just imagine if there was no digital space, she would have not been able to achieve that. She would have not been able to portray it, to say, oh, I'm speaking now, this is my own way of advocating for women freedom within my community or my country or so. So digital space gives more opportunity for us to showcase what we want to do, have more reach out to more people, and have more women to come out to also lend their voice to our cause.
I like that you've been able to say this, especially with the example that you were just going about that woman, which leads me to my next question. a lot of women today still struggle with scaling their small businesses. So you see somebody who sells granules or akara, they just think that, oh, I have to do this business offline. It's not online worthy. So I wanted to speak to those kind of women because we've moved past the stage and the age where things just had to be offline. So how do you speak to them in such a way that they can scale up whatever they're doing using the digital space as a platform?
Okay, they've been the industrial age, the information age, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we're in the digital age now.
Yeah.
And though the AI, we don't know what's coming next because AI is taking over the space. We are in the age whereby you can be in your house and actually be doing something and the whole world gets to see it. We've seen the likes of AliExpress, I think Alibaba, I stand to be corrected if I'm not mistaken, Alibaba and some other platform. What they just have to do is connect people all around the world through a platform or a channel, and they're doing so well. So why I see people who don't take the business, especially the small scale business, that don't take advantage of the digital space, sometimes I cry in my book, like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Whatever sales you're making right now, when you're in the digital space, you make almost times 10 of it, because there's so many people who are looking for a particular thing, and they don't have the information, they don't have access to it. But when you're in that digital space, you get to, those people have the platform to reach out to you, and likewise you get to reach out to them to portray what you're doing and whatever skills that you have to offer. So I also use this platform to talk to every small scale business owner out there. Take advantage of it. In fact, take up a course. It doesn't really cost much. There are so many courses online.
Free courses.
Yes, free courses. Take up a course, learn to navigate your way in the digital space, and you take advantage of it, and you strive more.
I like that you said this specifically to women, because some people just sit down and think, oh, these things are too difficult to do, I cannot do them. But I like that you said navigate, so you can figure it out on your own. Now, my next question to you is, you are a key player in politics, and then you do this so well, especially as a woman. And I'm just sitting here and getting very inspired to see that, oh, women are no longer just taking the backseat. They are going out there, being at the front line, pushing things. And so how do you think that we can also capitalize on the digital space to mobilize people, young people, and even more women, to, to get into politics as well?
Okay, yes. I don't know if you're aware, I'm actually contesting for an election right now.
Oh.
Yes, I'm the PDP councillorship candidate for City Centre Ward, and I happen to be the only female out of the 62 ward here in FCT. And I think as women, we have a lot to do in that space. Just imagine 61 men and one female.
One female.
We have a lot to do in that space. We need to encourage women to come out to participate for politics, to be a card-carrying member of a political party, and not just that, to participate and also aspire for political positions. So digital space is one of the ways we could do that. Look at what happened during the last presidential election, where we saw I'm sure you know, the obedient and the articulated, the whole media space was on fire. Yes, was on fire. A lot of people didn't really come out like in person to participate, but they did that through the digital platform. The local government election where I'm contesting right now don't really have much turnouts. During local government, FCT local government election, there's not really much turnout. I think there's about maybe 5% of registered voters, or even less, that participate during the election. So, I think encouraging women to come out more, to participate more in politics, we have to take advantage of that. Of course, holding seminars, conference, having safe space for women to discuss matters that concern us. How do we empower ourselves more in politics? How do we get to participate more? Is very important. But I also think the women in the rural space can also benefit more from that. But I think we women has to need to start taking advantage of the digital space as well, to reach out to more women, to make them understand that, okay, you have to participate, you have to be a card-carrying member, you have to, whatever difference you want to see, you have to implement that yourself. And in order for you to do that, you have to participate. So we just need to keep talking to women and try to show the good side, the positive side of politics, because a lot of people have this negative narrative for politics, especially women. Like politics is dirty. You see where husbands will not want their wife to participate in politics. Young ladies were like, oh, I'm going to be sexualized and all that. So we need to use the space to portray the positive aspect of politics so that it will encourage them more to participate.
So that's the thing with image building and branding, and I think that it's good that you've said this. Like I said, I think I've seen your digital footprint, and that's why I was really inspired and said, no, we have to have this interview.
Thank you.
Because women like you are the reasons why a lot of young people also aspire. And so you see some things online, and it doesn't make sense to you until you see the person seated right next to you. Now, what I'm going with this is we have a lot of women who are scared, or maybe not scared, but they just do not see the need to participate. Whether it's in business, whether it's in even helping their lives get better financially. And you wonder what the reasons are. Some of them say, oh, it's my husband. And some just say, no, I don't think I want to do. So what do you think are the reasons women do not participate in the digital space properly and then in politics?
Firstly, I think there's no proper retention yet.
Orientation, okay.
Yes, and we still have that African syndrome of where a woman's place should be, where most
Kitchen.
women, another rose, where most women intend to take the back seats and allow the men lead. There's no problem with that. But when you feel within you, you have what it takes to occupy a space, or you have what it takes to showcase to the world, why not you do that? You take the platform and you do that. What's most important is the capacity and the competency. I've seen so many women who are doing so well in the financial institute, the likes of Dr. Dora and so many others, and they're doing well. They've been able to show their competency in the probably whatever responsibility they've been given over time. So as a woman, I also use this to encourage every woman out there. It doesn't matter. I know there's a lot of fear. Leadership comes with a lot of fear in the political space, career-wise, or wherever places you find yourself, business-wise as well. It comes with a lot of risk, and with risk comes fear. And when there's a risk, you're like, oh, the probability of what if not, what if this and what if that. And what comes then, what's accompanying that is fear. And you know what fear do to people. Of course, it is there, but you just have to use it to fuel yourself, fuel your ambition, for wherever your career whatsoever, and keep going. And women just have to know that there's no harm in failing.
No harm in failing.
Yes, and when you fail, it doesn't mean that you will not get it right next time. Failing is not really like you fail; it's the learning process, of course. And when you don't do something right, you learn from it, and then you have the knowledge that if I do this way, I'll probably not get it right. Then I have to do this way. So it's a learning process. Most people, what really keep them down is that fear we're talking about. What if, in the political aspect now, okay, what if I get a ticket and I don't win? Yeah. In the business aspect, oh, I just want to be doing this. You see some people sometimes, they say, I don't take transfer. In this time and age. It's
very crazy, but it happens.
Yeah. You're like, I don't take transfer. Like, are you serious? Where people are doing their business online without meeting people physically, and you're still talking about, I don't take transfer. So you're like, oh, I don't want to, forfeit him. Before you know that you transfer and I will not see the money and all that. In this time and age, so we women, we need to move beyond that space. We need to be at the front row of whatever. I'm very open. Recently, there's a restaurant I went to, and the girl taught me how to do POS with just the camera. I never knew that could be done. Oh. I thought you have to slot the card in order to make payment. And she taught me. And I took it upon myself everywhere I go. Like, you could do this the other way. And you see some people will be skeptical about, oh, no, I don't want. And some will be open to it. So speaking to all women, we have to be at the front row to learn, to participate and all that. Women are naturally blessed. You know, according to the Bible, that we are helpmates. And my interpretation is that how do you help somebody when you don't know, when you don't have the knowledge? You have to know in order for you to help. You understand? When you want to lead someone somewhere, or you want to accompany someone somewhere, you need to know the pathway to that. So I feel like God has given us that responsibility, that spirit of discernment to know And I really wish more women would take it upon themselves to see beyond their limits, to see beyond what they have to offer, and go pass through that fear stage and embrace whatever challenge it is. They become a brand new person and a better person who will create more impact to the society.
Great. This felt like a lot of motivation for women. And it suddenly leads me to my question about branding. A lot of women do not have personal, some women, let me not say lots, even though I know it, that there are still a lot, but we still see today that there are some women who do not have good personal branding online.
Yeah.
And so today somebody sees you selling kerosene. The next day you're selling perfumes. The other day you make hair. And all of those things go on your Facebook page. And then the next time people see you, you are, posting event. Like you're just doing everything together. And so it sort of makes people not to trust you.
Yeah.
It makes people to get confused. Who is this person? So I wanted to speak about branding for women especially. This is a new year. And one thing I know that can take people far is branding. When people know you for what you are, for what you represent, for what you identify by, it is very easy for them to say, oh, if I need somebody to deliver the right feel, I know I can reach out to this person. If I need somebody to give me a good speaking engagement, I can reach out to this person. But if you're all over the place doing everything, people cannot really catch you somewhere. So let's talk about branding for women.
I was in this event conference, women conference last year, and organized by Boss TV. Sorry, I'm saying that. And they were discussing about, and there's this kind of a soft debate within two women. The other one was like, oh, I do a lot of things and I'm good at it. And the other one was like, oh, consistency, you just and all that. Of course, when you have there are people who are very energetic, they are very balanced, they've been able to balance whatever thing they are doing, and they have a whole lot of things. There's no problem with that. But consistency is very important, and that's where branding comes. You have to be known for a particular thing. You have to be so good at what you're doing that even in your absence, people will say, oh, when you want to get this thing done, when you want this or you want that, you have to reach out to this particular person. So you have to be known for something. Even if you want to be doing a lot of things at a time, you just have to know when to prioritize things.
Okay.
You just have to know when to, I love fashion designing, I want to be sewing clothes, or I want to be styling people and all that. And you also just have to know how to connect things you're doing. For instance, now the fashion designer I'm talking about, okay, you're doing this. Okay, I love makeup and all that. I want to add makeup. You see the connection. Okay, I want to open a brand, maybe a shoe brand or a clothing brand. You see the connection. But not that you like, oh, I love fashion designing. Thank you very much. I want to go and be ordering food stuff from the village and be branding and be selling. You just what you're saying, you're there, you're there, and you're not known for a particular thing. You have to look for a way to align your passion with your business. Okay. You can turn your passion to your business, or whatever. If your passion is some particular thing, then you have to make sure that you look for a business that aligns with your passion, then turn it to a source of income. So that way you get to maintain your brand while you're also doing what you love to do, and you're doing a lot. So I just think women just have to be consistent.
Great. So I took 3 things from there. She said consistency, prioritization, and ensure that your passion is aligning with your business. So a lot of people often say passion does not pay the bills. And so I love that you mentioned passion in connection with business. But right now, we'll go on a short break. When we get back, it'll be time for us to see the other side of Honorable Ambassador Lovett Ezeko. Stay with us.
Number 1, synthetic biology advances. Synthetic biology is pushing science into new territory. Using AI-guided gene editing, researchers are engineering organisms to produce biofuels, biodegradable plastics, and even synthetic meat. In 2023, Ginkgo Bioworks announced partnerships to design microbes that can manufacture sustainable chemicals at scale. Moderna and BioNTech are expanding mRNA technology beyond COVID vaccines to treat cancer and rare genetic diseases. The global synthetic biology market is expanding expected to surpass $30 billion by 2030. By 2026, the line between biology and technology will blur even further, making synthetic biology one of the most transformative fields of the decade. So there you have it, 15 more technologies that, alongside the first 17 we covered, are set to define 2026. Together, they show how quickly innovation is moving beyond our screens and into every corner of our life, from the materials we use to the way we connect and even how we think. And if you missed part 1, make sure to check it out next. If you made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The program is still Ladies Talk Tech right here on Idea TV. My name is Chinatu Oji, and I've been speaking with the beautiful Ambassador Lovett Uzeko, who's been talking to us about politics, power, business, and everything that can just propel the woman forward in 2026. And I'm sure you've been learning something, because I have my jotter full. Well, now she's not prepared for this one. I didn't tell her anything like this. This is, we just want to get to know the other side of the very serious looking honorable. Okay, so my first question. So as I ask you to just drop, it's like tech quick bites. That's what we call it. So as I just ask you, just respond. It's supposed to be fun.
Okay.
So let's make it fun.
Okay.
Good. All right. So last thing you googled today.
Your address?
Okay. Are you more of a voice note person or a texter?
A tester.
Texter. Okay,
Yeah.
great. One app you can start your day without.
What's up?
What's up? Okay. What's your relationship with AI now? Are you bestie, assistant, or you're not there yet?
Assistant.
Assistant. Great. So do you prefer digital calendars, or you still like to write your notes down?
Writing.
Writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I normally have issues with my PO.
Okay.
I prefer writing.
Okay. Okay. So if you had to teach one tech skill to young women tomorrow, what skill would that be?
Digital.
Digital.
Or
Okay.
media.
Media.
Yeah.
So digital media. All right. And last question for you. Are you an early adopter of new tech, or do you wait till others test it first? So let's say a new app is launched. Do you wait for others to try it first before you go? You don't wait.
I don't wait. If you align with what I want, I do.
Okay. So we've come to the end of this round, and she did excellently well. Did she? All right. So I'm clapping. Thank you so much. Now, before I let you go, I'd like you to just speak again to women. What last words do you have for women? And you know, when we said that you spoke about the 16 days of activism that happened between November and December, and the conversation really bordered around safety across the digital space. Yeah. And you would agree that a lot of women these days, abuse has gone, or sexual harassment has gone beyond things that happen offline. We're now seeing people harassing women virtually. And so I want you to, as you round up, you speak about that, and then your final words for young women who are looking up to you and young women as well.
Okay. In regards to the 16 days activism, I organize a community engagement event in that. Oh. Yes, I brought it down to my community city center ward where I'm contesting for, because I'm a good advocate of community engagement, where we try to enlighten women, and I'm also a peace ambassador. So one of the things I keep saying is that peace is not just the absence of conflicts. It's also you trying to understand someone else's perception, someone else's point of view. And of course, we're all different, we reason differently. And when there's more understanding, there's more peace, because even where the person is, where the person flaws have been displayed, you get to understand, oh, that's just one of the things. So in regards to digital violence, you know, it's so easy, because it's one of the disadvantages of digital space. It's so easy because people from their own corner space, they think, oh, I'm not accessible, I'm not reachable. You can just come online, you say whatever you want to say, type whatever you want to type, and you feel like you're not accessible. I think the media platforms need to look for a way in order to like they have to be like I'm trying to look for the right word. It's like penalty or something.
Okay, penalty.
Yes,
okay.
For people who violate such space, Not just because you are not reachable at that moment doesn't mean you can just come online and type whatever you type. There are still a lot of people who have committed suicide because of such things. So a lot of people who are mentally, who have mental distress because of such actions. So people need to know, there needs to be more advocacy. People need to know that just this short phrase you're writing can actually take someone's life. Just this phrase you're writing can make someone not to give it the best, give him or her best in life. So there needs to be more advocacy for that, and people need to, more love need to be spread so that people could understand themselves better and accommodate each other better. And a word out there to the young women. You're more than, you're not being described by whatsoever anybody is saying you are. You're more than what you think. You have more capacity. You have more in you than whatever you are right now. So you just have to keep doing your best. Whatever space you find yourself, you just have to keep giving your best. And a lot of people are watching. That's why I keep saying I don't take anything for granted. Anywhere I find myself, I give it my best shots. It could just be a day activity, it could be a month or whatever responsibility I've been given. I put it in my best because that is, it's just the moment. It's just the moment. I might not be there tomorrow. So why not give it my best? So wherever you find yourself, give it your best. And I also just want to let every young woman out there and every woman entirely out there, God has specially designed you for greater good and greater things. And every important things in life circle around the woman. The peace, the development, either in your community or in your family or in Nigeria or any country you are, everything is circle around women. Take a look at it. Wherever women are, you see more progress, you see more development. So you just have to know that God has designed you for something greater, something better. So I just want them to have that mindset. So wherever space you find yourself, give it your best and you see yourself doing wonders.
Thank you so much. I almost didn't want you to stop. Wherever you find yourself, know that there is more in you than you know. If you don't take anything away from this conversation today, know that as a young woman, we also have men who watch this sometimes. So
Yeah.
even as a young man, there is more in you than you know. So tap into that potential, tap into that light, and ensure that you do not let your light dim. In 2026 and beyond, know that you are enough, and every space you occupy, like you've heard, you matter. So ensure that you put in your best for everything that is committed into your hands. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
It was so
Thank
good
you
to
for
have
having me
you.
too. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. All right, so okay, that's fine. We'll talk about that later. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call it a wrap on this edition of Ladies Talk Tech. I'm sure that you had a swell time like I did. It was so interesting to hear from different perspectives, about women involvement in creating the purpose, living a purposeful life and living a life full of profit and even business. Because how can you be a woman if you're not thinking of making money and, not just relying on other people's money, but just going into this year and ensuring that you are that woman that matters. And who else would have told us better if not the beautiful Ambassador Lovett Ezekwa, who's told us how we can do that in 2026. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. Ensure that you follow us across the different social media platforms and stay updated with all our news. My name is Chinatu Oji, and it's peace out.